This season recap edition of the Blunders of our Bulls. I know I didn't quite finish the whole season, but there was good reason for it. Well, for one, my sophomore decided to just leave the Bulls' playoff hopes. And speaking of playoffs, I also didn't really feel like making them because the Bulls weren't really going anywhere. But now we back to recap the season as a whole. The Bulls didn't really get off to a good start, losing their first 4 and just didn't look ready for the new season. But by the 30-game mark was probably their best stretch, as they were actually 6th in the East for a game or two, believe it or not. Zach LaVine was having an incredible year, carrying this team and doing everything he could to get us wins. But the rest of the team was really struggling. Besides Zach and maybe Thaddeus Young, the rest of the Bulls team really struggled. Kobe White really couldn't handle being the starting point guard. Wendell Carter was inconsistent, and Otto Porter was injured. I know, shocking. And don't get me started on Lauri Markkanen. He was flat out terrible at times this year. He couldn't defend anybody, and it's like all his confidence was gone. No wonder the whole fan base calls him Lauri Marshmallow now. He's soft. One positive was Zach got his first All-Star selection, which is a really cool moment, finally having another All-Star on the Bulls. But the front office knew they needed to do something to get this team out of that middle-of-the-road 9th place finish every year. And something they did. At the trade deadline, the Bulls started by making a major deal with the Orlando Magic, trading away Otto Porter, Wendell Carter, along with their 2021 first-round pick for All-Star center Nikola Vucevic. This is a huge addition to get another All-Star to pair with Zach LaVine. Other smaller trades they made were adding Troy Brown Jr. and Daniel Tice, and traded away Daniel Gafford and Chandler Hutchinson. With the new and improved roster, you would think that the Bulls would start winning games. But the new team took time to get chemistry. Too much time. By the time the new roster learned to play as a team, it was already too late. They were already out of the 10th spot, and play-in looked very slim. Thanks to the Wizards somehow going on a huge win streak with Russell Westbrook turning back to 2017 MVP form. The Bulls' last 5 games, they played very well though. I know they didn't matter, so to say, but the Bulls still played well as a team and finally got that chemistry they can build on for next season. But they fell short of the play-in at the end by 2 games. Now with the season over, I'm going to take some time to say some of my overall thoughts of the season and what I think we can do next season. This season I felt was a tiny bit disappointing. I mean, the fact that we couldn't even be top 10 in a weak East is sad. Overall, the team was a lot better than last year though, so I wouldn't say the whole year was a failure. We have a lot more than what we did at the start of this year. We have 2 All-Stars, a good coach, a good front office, and a nice group of supporting talent to come off the bench. For next season, I think the Bulls having a full season and training camp with the new roster will do a lot. I have greater expectations next year. My prediction is that the Bulls will end up getting the 7th or 8th seed in the East. With that said, another Bulls season is over. I hope you enjoyed this season of the Blunders of our Bulls.